Hello everyone, and welcome back to another MAT 170 concept session. Today we're going to be talking about synthetic division. When I first think of synthetic division, I actually kind of think of it as it's very similar to typical long division when you're dividing integers. So like for an example, if we have 14 divided by 60, what we do is look at this first place value here to see if our outside number can go into it at all. And once we realize that the outside number is larger than that, then we can look at the first place value plus the second place value, which in this case would be a total of 60. And we realize, oh, 14 can go into 60 4 times, right? So if we multiply 14 by 4, we get 56. And we subtract that from the top, which gets us 4. And then at that point, we know that we're done, right? We have 4 and then a remainder of 4. So it's a very similar situation when dividing by functions, but it can get a little bit messy. So it's really important that you make sure that your work is organized. So if you noticed in the question, they want us to divide f of x by g of x, which means they want us to put our g of x on the outside. So we have x plus 5 divided by x squared plus 7x plus 10. Now from here, what we need to think about are what can I multiply this x plus 5 by to get me x squared plus 7x, right? Because we know that there are two place values here. So we have the x and the plus 5. So that means we want to look congruently as well on the inside, right? We have x squared plus 7x. And what I realize is that we can multiply the outside by an x, which will get us x squared plus 5x. And if we subtract that out, what we get is 0x squared plus 2x. And then we can bring down this positive 10. Now we're back in our original spot, right? Now we need to think about what can I multiply x plus 5 by to get me somewhere close to 2x plus 10. And that's the answer to that is going to be 2. So if I multiply 2 by x, you get 2x. And if I multiply 2 by 5, you get 10. And then when you subtract those out, you get 0, which means that you're done. And you know that you don't have a remainder or anything because you're left with 0 at the bottom. And you know that x plus 2 is your final answer. Now when looking at B is a little bit different over here. So we have x plus 2. We're still going to divide x plus 2 by x cubed plus 2x squared plus x minus 10. And we're going to start with the same process as well. Except this time our highest power is a 3, right? We have this x cubed here, which tells me that I'm going to multiply x plus 2 by x squared. And then 2 times x squared is 2x squared. Then we subtract that out, we get 0x cubed plus 0x squared, which leaves us with this last part here, right? So we have plus x minus 10. So if we have x plus 2 down here, and we subtract this out, we're left with the x's go away, right? We have 0x. And then if we subtract negative 10 from a negative 2, because we're subtracting still, and we need to make sure we distribute that negative, we're left with a negative 12. In which case, since we have nothing else to bring down, we know that this negative 12 over here is our remainder. Whenever you have a remainder in synthetic division, all that means is you take what you have, right? So we already did x squared. So we have x squared plus 1. And then all you have to do is just add the remainder, which is negative 12, and just take that over what you have on the left-hand side over here. So x plus 2. And that's what your answer is. So hopefully that was able to clear some things up for you. So I hope you have a great rest of your day and good luck in your course.